What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Wealth Not Wait. I'm your host, as always, Joseph Coizza, and today we are talking about leadership. I recently read a book about leadership, talking about the Walmart way and the Walmart's perspective. It's by Don, I believe it's Shudaquest is how you pronounce his name. I want to do a book review, and I want to do all that. I want to start getting into that stuff, so I'm not going to talk too much about specifically the book, but a little bit about the content of it and how that applies to leadership. Now, I'm not, a billionaire. I'm not a head of a CEO company. I'm not the most important person in the world, but I have been fortunate enough to have some situations where I've had leadership opportunities given to me, or situations where I have worked toward leadership opportunities, either in school, obviously your basic stuff with your school projects and whatnot, in groups of people, just going around, everybody hanging out. You always have that one person who tries to guide and help everyone, at work, obviously owning the restaurant and being kind of manager position from that. And now my current job, I take on some leadership positions, not necessarily like a leader as in like, I'm the head of the whole thing, but I do have people look towards me, towards guidance for some things, and I have some positions, not all the time, but I do have a lot of positions where I am expected to take on that leadership role and do the best I can as a leader. But that's something that I definitely have grown and learned with, and something that I've understood now, especially after reading that book, is you can never stop growing as a person, and you can never stop growing as a leader. A lot of the stuff what people focus on for leaders, and something I admittedly did, somewhat selfishly, was believe that a leader was someone who was this big triumphant person, especially when I was young. I was dreaming of fortune and fame and, trying to be a CEO and this and that. I always thought this leader as like the big person, like the Steve Jobs, the Bill Gates, all that, and seeing them from that outsider perspective. But now looking at it more as, what does a leader do? What a leader should be? What do I want to be as a leader? What do I want to be as somebody who's giving guidance and helping in that perspective? I learned that it's not like that. You're not the head honcho. You're not the best of the best. You're not the big cheese kind of thing. You're the person who's guiding everybody else and putting that team together. You're helping build the culture. You're helping set people on the right path. You're helping have those great people do what needs to be done. You're the head of that mission. You're not the only person working on that mission. You are the head of that mission. You have to have other people in order to accomplish that mission, that goal. And something I feel now that I've done by reading that book is understood that a lot better. And something I've done with my leadership trainings. I do work a corporate job. I don't want to go too much into it and get in the whole, work type thing for it. But I do work a corporate job, and I expect that any leadership trainings, it's very grateful to have that opportunity to be able to review some leadership trainings from them. I thought it was going to be corporate crap. That's kind of what I thought. And that's what everybody thinks with stuff. I thought it was just going to be like, this is how you talk to someone. Here's how you send somebody on break. Here's how you... I thought it was going to be like that. And it's something kind of stupid. It was actually very insightful in the fact that they talked about like, oh, hey, this guy who trains and teaches people for leadership for Fortune 500 companies, he takes them out into the mountains, and this is what he does. And he tries to sit them down and really get introspective and find out what they want. And that's something I see Gary Vee, another great leader and entrepreneur, talk about, is that introspective and getting internally, what do you want to be as a leader? What is your leadership style? What do you want to accomplish? How do you want to get through that? It's a lot more focused on you and less as the team, but it's focused on building you to be in favor of the team. It's kind of weird how it works out. I know it's kind of confusing, but it's kind of weird how that works out. It's less of like, do this and this for the team, and it's not, here's how you become the big cheese and guide everything forever. It's no, how do you craft yourself to be the best you can so you can help the team as best you can? How do you become the best you can to be that puzzle piece, essentially? How can you formulate yourself to fit into that puzzle, or what puzzle piece do you have? Can you go to a different puzzle or something like that and build that out? You're just that one piece. You're obviously an important piece, but without that one piece, the whole puzzle isn't getting together, but also requires, a billion other pieces in order for that puzzle to come together. Not just you. You're not the singular picture. You're only part of the picture. And that's something I understood, and something I recognize as a leader. And I want to really get into that kind of, not saying just what I want, but I really want to get into what I see, at least in my observation of it, is I want to be someone who, as a leader, they look and they say, wow, that person really helped me. That person really guided me to be the best I can. That person, allowed me to recognize within myself something I didn't see. I wouldn't be where I am without them today, yes, but they helped me get to where I wanted to be, help me build myself up. And that's kind of what the goal of my book is. That's the kind of the goal why I do, this whole videos. That's the kind of the goal why I do what I do with everything, is to help other people be the best they can. You teach a man to fish, they eat for a lifetime. You just give them a fish, they eat for a day. I don't want to give the person a fish. I want to teach them how to fish. I want them to go out and be the best fisherman or woman or whatever in the world, and then they could, be better for it because of the things I taught them. I'm not the one who became the best fisherman in the world. I'm the one who taught them how to be the best fisherman in the world. Yes, they couldn't have done it without the teaching, but they couldn't have done it without the self-discovery either. It's a give and a take. And that's something I didn't recognize as leadership when I was younger. And that's something I feel a lot of people don't recognize as leadership, is it's a give and a take. You're crafting yourself to be the best you can for the team, for the mission. You want to guide people. And a quote that they use in the book, and I'm sure I'm going to talk about when I do the book review, is guide and help great people and then get out of their way. And that's what is something I try and use that now at work. I try and do all the time. Here's what I need from you. Tell me in any way, shape, or form how I can help you accomplish it. But this is what we need to accomplish, and here's what needs to get done. Okay, all right, cool. Here's what I need. Okay, and I give them the tools they need, and then I just watch them go to work. And they do what they do. If they need help, I jump in and I help them. If they don't need help, okay, I stay out of their way. I have that great person going off doing what they're doing. I helped them as best they could. Now they're doing their thing. If they need to come back and they need help or they need that extra hand, I'm right there to help them out. That's what a leader is. It's not someone who guides the show. It's not somebody who goes, I'm the head honcho, I'm the big cheese. No. It's the person who curates and helps all those great people to get together. And I'm sure, obviously I know personally, I'm not saying I could get in the head of every single genius ever, but I'm saying I'm sure people like Steve Jobs, I'm sure people like Bill Gates, especially when you looked at them and they talk about speeches, like when Steve Jobs gave a speech at Stanford, it was almost, not really solemn, but it was very humbling. It was very, here's what I've seen. Here's my views on death. Here's my views on life. Here's what I know. Go out and do how you're going to do. Not, here's why I'm successful, here's this. No, here's what I learned. Here's what I think would help people. Now you go do you. That's what I wish for you. And that's something that really opened my eyes and something that kind of stuck with me. And now, especially reading all these leadership books and finding about leadership, that's something that I've seen is you have to be very people-oriented. You have to let them do their thing. You just have to help them discover how great they are. People aren't afraid of how great they are. They're scared that they're going to fail. People never go, internally I'm sure they're somewhat scared, but the people feel that they can't do it. You have to, kind of show them, hey, look, yeah, you can. And once they build that self-confidence, once they get into themselves, they're like, oh yeah, I can. You just gotta ignite that spark in them and let them do the rest. And then help them along the way, do the best you can, but ultimately it's something they have to figure out once you ignite that spark and help them with that. And that's something I feel is being a leader. And this is kind of like my message on leadership and something I want to aspire to people. You have to be a leader with your finances. You have to be a leader with your weight, with your health, with just everything in life, with your friends, with your relationships. You have to be a leader as in be the best you can and constantly be trying to grow and get better for the other people, for the mission, for the team. If you're in a relationship, be the best person you can and try and help that other person, accomplish their dreams, accomplish their goals. You're trying to be the best you can for them and help them and do what they need you to do and be the person that they need you to be while being true to yourself, of course. Same thing at work. Be true to yourself, be that leader, be that mission, have that goal, and have the people around you, aspire to be something better. Come together and be that culture where, yes, we can, we get this done. These people can do extraordinary things if you put them in the right direction and let them do what they need to do. And I think that's the same thing with everything, even the most minute thing. Be a leader with your own finances. Take charge, do it the best you can, and help people. With your community, take charge, do the best you can, and then use that to help people. That's what being a leader is being the best you can for somebody else. And that's essentially my views on leadership. That's my little message on leadership. Obviously, I want to do a book review. I want to talk more about leadership later on. But this is just kind of something that I've discovered and something I really wanted to bring to a lot of people that I feel a lot of people need to hear and get value from. Anybody out there who's aspiring to be a leader, anybody out there who wants some guidance, anybody out there who, maybe even a little arrogant with stuff or isn't arrogant and just wants to learn more about leadership, that's why I'm doing it, is to kind of help you, I'm being that leader and trying to help you get into the right path so you can be the best that you can be. That's kind of the point. That's my whole goal. That's why I wake up in the morning and I do everything that I do. No matter how hard it is, no matter how much I want to go back to sleep, no matter how much I want to do something else, that's why I do what I do, is so I could be the best I can to help others be the best they can. And that's what I feel leaders do. So if you guys like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you all next time. Peace.